Right, go ahead, right ahead. You go right ahead.
I'm behind you.
After a little situation, I don't really feel comfortable with a lot of people behind me like that. I mean, if you don't mind, by all means, you go ahead first, sir.
I'm behind you.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and step this way. Step around, I'm gonna take the handicap side. Gotta go a little slower. All right. And why they got you? What's going on, Alex? You all right?
Go in there. Come on.
All right. Well,
Come on.
what's this about?
Fred's right there. Let's
Come
go.
All right. Let's do it. What's going on?
What are you doing with your phone out?
Well, every time.
Out on company property.
Excuse me.
Fine.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Fine.
Every time I show up with you, Fred, you acting very wild, very belligerent.
Fine.
I don't feel comfortable a lot of times because you raise your voice. You act very attacking. You've done this with Alex over here. You've done this with Alex. You've done this with the other gentleman. I asked you last time when I was in the room.
We're gonna have some conversation here.
All right.
This is gonna be a one-sided conversation. I'm gonna talk to you. You're gonna listen. But you don't like to listen. What was the last instruction I gave you yesterday when I sent you to the ER?
What was that?
Bring back the paperwork from the ER last night. You did not.
You never said that.
Yes, I did.
You did not say that.
That's exactly what I told you to do.
That's not what I heard.
That is exactly what I told you to do.
That's not what I heard.
That's what I told you to do, and you did not follow my instructions.
I'm not going to argue with you. All right, I understand.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm not arguing with you either. Here's what's going to happen. This is not all the paperwork. This doesn't tell me anything other than that you went to the ER on 8/24, which is today.
Mm-hmm.
You
No,
left here at 10:45.
that's not even 8/24.
That's what your doctor's note says.
Well, you can go ahead and contact them and ask them what time I showed up because it says it on the paper.
Me the rest of the paper.
It tells me to bring you that sheet. I mean, you didn't tell me that. I don't remember nothing.
That's exactly what I told you last night. So this is what's going to happen. You're getting sent home. You have to follow up with our clinic. That is the rules.
Now, why is that? Why am I getting sent home?
Because you did not follow my instructions last night.
And when did you tell me this?
Before you left yesterday.
And when was that?
When I gave you the authorization sheet.
And when was that?
Table. Okay.
I'm asking a question. I'm just asking a question. You don't got to raise.
Right there before
you
left.
This is why I'm recording.
Do this authorization form.
Because every time I have a conversation with you, you start getting all excited.
I do not. I'm just telling you what's happening. You do not listen to instructions.
Okay, so Fred, when we was in that office, you said go to the ER. You gave me the paperwork. You said make sure you bring the paperwork back. You didn't say bring it back tonight. I'd never heard of that. Well, maybe you didn't say it clear enough because you were so abrupt and angry in your frustration. Maybe you forgot that you didn't say that, but I didn't hear that.
Second thing. You can put the phone away now, or else you will get suspended for having the phone out on company property.
This is why I'm having my phone out because this is the second time you done have a conversation with me, and you've been very excited, and you've been raising your voice. You done had this man over here raise his voice and came at me very attacking on the floor. He did too, and now you're arguing with me again, telling me what I'm saying, what I heard, what I know, and I didn't do anything to neither one of you, and you've constantly come at me like this. I have to do this for my own safety. You closed the door on me when I came in last time, and y'all had me boxed in.
The door, we closed the door because the air conditioner's on the trailer.
Understand this. Again, when I showed up, I don't even know why Alex is in here.
Alex is another manager.
I understand that. So it's like I said, this is
every time we have a conversation, you want to argue every point, and you do not listen to what we tell you. So that's why Alex is in here. Because you do not want to follow instructions when we give you instructions. And you want to argue every point. That's why I have Alex in here. That's why Doug is in here. It's because I'm not sitting here having you spout some crap that I did this or did that. I didn't. I told you yesterday, go to the ER, bring the paperwork back as soon as you leave the ER. You did not listen to instructions. Part of the follow-up for an injury at work is to follow up with our clinic. You've not done that. You felt your injury was bad enough that you needed to go to the ER last night. I accommodated that. You did not listen to my instructions, and part of the follow-up is to see our doctor. So my doctor has to release you before you can come back to work. Is that simple enough?
Yes, sir. I'm just making sure, because you're saying I don't listen. I want to make sure we're saying the right thing, and I'm waiting to let you finish before I speak. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The floor is yours.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So, like I said before, your man over here, Alex, he's got very belligerent very angry with me on the floor. He said some things that wasn't true. I said they weren't true, and you argued with me. You got mad that I was sitting here trying to explain myself to you, and then you started getting a little irate. You wouldn't calm down. You did the same very thing in that office over there. Then you came over here and did the same thing with another manager. And I did not hear you say anything about coming back that night and having any paperwork. That's not what I did. I mean, that's not what I heard at all. And what I did was come the next following day, brought you the paperwork like I was supposed to, went to the ER and showed you what I'm supposed to show you.
You did not bring me all the paperwork from the ER. You brought me the note saying you went there.
All right. And you never told me I had to have that. So, and I'm speaking. Oh, go ahead. Go right ahead.
This is the reason why we have witnesses. So he had a witness in here that told you this is what you had to do.
This is what I'm going to ask. I'm going to say on that. When last night I said, can I go to my car and get my phone?
Yes,
or can I go to my...
No. I said no because your phone is not supposed to be used during company hours. Right now, you're breaking the rules.
Okay, so is there anybody else on the floor breaking the rules?
I don't know.
Okay, so all right, I'm going to say this again. You sit here and try to chastise me about the very minute and pinpoint things, how you was just saying, and you're doing that to me, but you're not doing that to everybody.
That is not true.
Okay, so we're going to say this. You said he had a witness last night. I asked you several times. I said, I don't have no witness in here. You have somebody to vouch for you and just agree with whatever you're saying. I don't have nobody to bear witness to what I'm saying. So it's your word against mine. That's why I went and grabbed my phone, because you have 3 witnesses against somebody who just met y'all, and I just got to this company.
Good. Well, I'm going to schedule an appointment with our clinic.
All right, I will be there. And the reason I'm being sent home is because
you went to the ER, you did not follow my instructions, and
all right,
as part of it, you have to follow up with our clinic.
And when did you tell me this? I want to make sure what time it was.
This when I handed you
what time was
form. You want
what time was
form. Nick, come in.
All right. What time was it? I just want to know the time and when it was.
I don't know the exact time. It was a minute or two before you left here when I handed
and what was
you
that?
This form.
What was that?
10:40, 10:45 last night.
All right.
I handed you this form and said you have to go to the ER, come back here, and bring me all the paperwork.
And
you did not follow those instructions.
Did you say that night I had to come back and bring paperwork?
I said bring this back tonight.
I never heard that.
Well, because you do not listen to the instructions.
Well, maybe you didn't say that. Maybe you forgot you didn't say it. Maybe you didn't mention it.
Maybe
I don't know.
You do not listen to instructions. Okay.
Well, okay. It's all against, like I said, it's your word and his word against mine. You already had an employee said that he didn't hurt himself on the job. Can you let me speak? Can you let me speak? Can I finish speaking? All right. So you had an employee that said that he hurt himself on the job, and he said it's not a big deal. So for him to say that, that makes me say maybe he's not compliant. He did say that. Did he say it or not?
He did not.
Did you say that you hurt your hand?
He said he did not feel that injury warranted a trip to the ER, which is.
I'm gonna ask you. Did you say that you hurt your hand on the job and you didn't feel like it was a big deal?
I said I didn't think it warranted a trip to the ER.
That you hurt your hand on the job.
I just hit my hand again. It happens.
All right. So you hurting yourself on the job and you're not doing nothing about it. That's a problem.
That's my idea as an employee, not a supervisor. I am a lead man.
I understand. So
I'm here for my employees.
I'm not here to hurt myself on no job site. I'm not here to get hurt and not say something. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go say something, and I'm going to follow up. I'm going to go to the ER, wherever the cases be.
See, you're not listening to it.
See, you're not listening to me. I'm saying what I did. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to go to the ER. If I've hurt myself on the job site, that's what I'm going to do. And if you need me to follow up with your physician, I will do that. All right? It's not a problem. But I just wanted to make sure when and what time you said what you said and why the reason that you're wanting to send me home and for what.
You went to the ER and not follow my instructions.
I got you. I just want to make sure. That's all I want to do. Just want to go over it, Fred.
Figure out what the appointment time is.
All right. Thank you. I'll wait for you. Now, since you're here, now when you was over there when Alex was standing there talking with me, was not Alex yelling at me as well?
Don't worry about it. Go to work.
No, I'm asking you a question. If you don't want to answer, I thought you was a supervisor last time too.
Go to work.
All right. Alex, can I ask you a question or are you going to ignore me?
No. Somebody needs to stay in here.
I'll stay here. Don't worry about it. You guys go to work.
So Alex, I mean, since you are a supervisor, right? So we can't speak? I mean, I'm an employee. So I'm going to ask you this. So you're telling me you're my supervisor, you want to supervise, and I can't speak to you?
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Why is that?
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
I mean, I haven't even asked you anything. You don't have nothing to say to me. I mean, why is that? I mean, why don't you have anything to say to me? I mean, the other day you had a mouthful to say to me. You said a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, or whatever you say. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
All right, Alex. I mean, I can't talk to my boss, one of my bosses? Huh?
You can't talk to me. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
So you're shunning me. You're going to force me not to speak to you because what reason? I haven't done anything wrong to you. Now, the other day, you made me stand in front of everybody. You was sitting there saying that I was being lazy, that I need to be fired, and everything else. And as soon as I go to ask you a question, you don't got nothing to say to me. And furthermore, can you ask Fred to go get that paperwork that I asked him to pull up as far as the numbers that I did on your line? The percentages that y'all said I was being lazy, that I didn't do nothing on, that everybody was making fun, or excuse me, saying that I was doing a bad job about. If you don't mind. Or do I just need to wait for Fred to get in here and ask him? Hey, Fred, so can I get the numbers that you said you was going to pull up when Alex was saying that I was doing such a bad job in this
We're
area?
here to discuss this. You need to go home now. You have an appointment.
All right, I understand that.
Tomorrow morning
But listen.
at 9 a.m. We're in a discussion.
Listen.
You need to leave the property, please.
Well, you treating me like I've been fired. Am I an employee or not?
Fired. You need to leave the property.
All right, I can't ask you a question, Fred.
I told you you need to go home.
I understand, Fred. I'm about to leave. I'm leaving right now. I'm asking you a question, though. So it seems like neither one of y'all want to talk to me like y'all mad at me or something, like I did something wrong.
What you did not
all right,
yesterday,
so,
you need to leave the property, please.
All right, I hear you. Fred.
You need to leave the property,
Fred,
please.
listen.
No.
Fred, when the other day you told me that you would give me some paperwork. All right, but you never provided me the paperwork.
Leave, please.
All right, look, Fred.
No, do not follow me. Leave.
I'm not going to follow you. All right, so you're not going to provide me with the paperwork, Fred? All right. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. You told me you was going to give me the paperwork and then not do it.